As we reported earlier this hour, the Senate holding a test vote on Wednesday over military action in Syria. Our next guest says there are some serious questions, though, about whether any strike would violate international law. Joining us now to talk about it, Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano.
Yes.
Is this, Judge, thank you for being here, is this a violation of international law?
Well, there's only four ways under international law that one country can invade another, briefly. If we've been invaded, we can invade the invader. If we think someone is about to invade us and the invasion is, quote, dangerously imminent, we can fire the first shot. That's the second way. Third way, we can come to the aid of an ally that has been invaded and help repel their invasion. Fourth way is we can enforce an international norm like thou shalt not use chemical weapons if the user of the chemical weapons or the violator of the international norm has agreed in a treaty not to do so, and if the UN authorizes us to use force to punish them or prevent them from doing so in the future.
The UN has not done that.
And they have not signed the treaty.
And they haven't signed the treaty anyway.
Correct. So none of the four standard ways under currently existing international law apply to this. What does that mean? That means that if President Obama, either pursuant to authorization, which it doesn't look like he's going to get, or on his own were to bomb Syria, a magistrate in the EU could declare him a war criminal and indict him for a war crime, even though he is the sitting head of state. And that would stick until it's disposed of by the courts, and there's no statute of limitations for war crimes. He has really created a mess. Put aside the image of the United States of America. Put aside the fact that if the Congress turns him down this week and next week, it'll be the first time in American history that the President of the United States has asked for the power to wage war, and the Congress of the United States has said no. He will be a seriously weakened president, seriously diminished politically.
If he is then charged of war crimes, is there anything in our law that says you can't have someone charged with war crimes running the country?
No. George W. Bush has been indicted by some crazy Spanish magistrate, which technically prevents the former president from visiting the EU because someone might act upon the warrant issued by this magistrate. It is a lawfully valid warrant, whatever you think of the decision that underlies the basis to issue it. And to make this even more complicated, the War Powers Resolution of 1973, enacted by the Congress over the veto of President Nixon, says that the president on his own can start a war for 90 days if the president can satisfy himself that the country he's shooting at is a danger to American security. That violates the Constitution because the Congress can't pass to the president power that the Constitution gives to the Congress. So the president,
he's backed himself into a corner, hasn't he?
He has packed himself into a corner by a statement he made in which he was trying to sound like George W. Bush in the campaign last year. Well, if they cross that red line, we'll do something about it. So that's where we are.